boy, we're back, and today we're here to listen to Dave East's debut album called Kairi Chanel. Now, if you don't know who Dave East is, 1, you've been living under a rock. 2, you're bugging. Dave East is one of the illest, newest, poppin' New York rappers out there, and he's keeping that New York sound alive. I have yet to hear the album, but I've heard plenty of Dave East songs to tell you that Dave East is nice. Without further ado, we're gonna get right into the album. Now, the first track is called It Was Written, which is actually the title of Nas's, third album, I think? Or second album. Nas's second album. Alright, let's get right into it.
Everybody keep telling me make a club record. You ain't trapping no more, stop making drug records. You got a daughter about to come, stop making thug records. Hit your bitch with my jeans on, ain't making love naked. I got love for my talk, just that talk that got my city wanting to rap again. Like everything like an African. Middle of the summer in the trench coat. Glock 19 reminding them of how you been broke. It won't have you never been broke. It's gonna be hard to feel me. It's gonna be hard to kill you.
Dave East came into this album guns blazing, not playing. He didn't even let you ease into it. He just came in with some bars, talking some fly shit, talking some real boastful raps, talking about the struggle, talking about being from Harlem, talking about little pieces of stories that he's telling. Yo, Dave East, nice. That was a dope song rap wise right there. So we're gonna get into the second track now. The second track is called Type of Time. Got the piano, got the guitar, sounding smooth so far. Whew. It's about to
I
get
a lot, but I never hate it. Never hate it. Get a lot, but I never hate it. Polo on me, lot of horsepower. Past women, I ain't done with them. Bagging up in front of my little brother, I ain't wanna do that shit in front of him. Niggas tell me that I'm going nuts. Action bitch, she just was holding nose. You put cookie all up on the clothes. When it come to this, she probably overdose. Remember, I was trying to caddy cat. In and out the back of paddy wagons, pockets probably pack a lot of salad out.
Alright, that was Type of Time right there. That was a solid song. He came in there, and of course, he bombarded you with some bars right there. It was a very chill song, very mellow, very laid back. And I dug it. It was a good song. It was something that you could just like lay back and listen to and just like catch everything. Nothing really goes over your head because he speaks in a very, I guess you could say, a very straightforward manner. And he's from New York, so I guess it's kind of like the way that we think. We're kind of like on that same wavelength. So that was a dope song right there by Dave East. That was Type of Time. Next up, we got Again. That's the name of the song, Again.
Be my cousin freaky niggas took them from me. I just want the money. Never taking nothing from me. Niggas in they feelings probably on they monthly. I was in the trap with cocaine and some baggies, probably with some junkies. Nigga chinks when I meant fall rock away. I fuck your bitch and never talk again.
Rest in peace, Chinks. That song was Again, and that was a hard ass song. The bass was just really like in your face hard, like on some really like dark Chicago type of sound. And just like the title says, Again, Dave East comes in, spins some bars, very boastful, talking about how he's living downtown now. There's like a fortress. When they see him, they get nauseous. It was very like a nice little wordplay right there, and just very boastful, arrogant type of rapping that it seems like Dave East does. Can't knock it though, cause he's talking some real shit. So that was dope right there. That was Again. And next track is called Can't Ignore, featuring 2 Chainz. All right, let's see how this goes.
Drop the beamer in his chocolate seated. Smoking sour, you still chocolate weeded. My youngin' hit you, he ain't got a reason. Deals is coming in, I gotta read them for sure. We gon' do tellies or upstairs with Chetty. No Benny Hunter, bitch, go to the deli. My life in a rush, ain't no time to get ready. This shit I cannot ignore. I spent a few grand in that store. This shit I cannot ignore. Tell me, how can I get bored?
Pay style. I turn your girl to a PayPal. I'm turning dinner to takeout. I gave a DJ like 8 Mile. Woo, Skittles and Eminem. Murder and killing a synonym.
Alright, that was Can't Ignore featuring 2 Chainz. I noticed for these beginning songs on the album, a lot of the hooks are very simple. So I feel like Dave East has to work on his hooks a little bit, but either way, it's something that goes hard, which works anyway. The beat works to his advantage, and it makes the minimalistic hooks sound better. 2 Chainz goes in with his verse. Of course, Dave East does too. So that was just another solid song by Dave East. We're gonna go into the next song now. The next song is called From the Heart, featuring 7 Streeter.
No moms call me like we gotta go visit. Charlie call and collect like just send him some pictures. I'm like,
I really like this beat. It's nice and smooth.
Should've went to college. Experience is the best teacher. teacher. Never listen, you should've took in that knowledge. Learn how to watch for grimy niggas like knowledge. Who am I to judge? I got knocked for a couple dollars.
Alright, that was From the Heart by Dave East and 7th Streeter. It was a smooth song. I kind of got sidetracked. I was looking at some comments and one of my boys kept FaceTiming me. I had to ignore them because we're filming right now. But yeah, it was a very smooth song. It's something that I could hear in the background somewhere, just like chilling. It's a very feel-good song. And I wouldn't say it's an amazing song because it didn't really have anything that really popped out, stuck out. 7th Streeter has a nice voice. It wasn't something that had me in awe. Either way, it was good. It was overall good song. So that was From the Heart. Next song is called 30 NI star star AZ. I don't know what that means, but that's the name of the song.
I think that's coming through actually.
Baby, I know you ain't got
What we do, nigga?
No, you ain't got
man. Yo, hold on for a second. Yo, son, shut the fuck up. Nobody want no fucking DVDs, my nigga. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Damn, Playboy.
That's so New York.
Just trying to make some money out here, sell these DVDs.
Sound like 125th right there.
30 niggas with the same plan. Whipping coca was the game plan. I'm trying to flex it into the shit. But man with the Philly, that's cinnamon. My bitch from Korea, the cinnamon. I mix with a gangsta gentleman. I hop out the drop in the system, be trembling. Police see us, they don't think that we innocent. They rather hear about somebody killing him. But turn on the radio station, records is playing, they feeling him. Out to light me up another wall. 30 bottles when I'm sitting on the couch, I'm living different ass. 30 bitches in my section, and they trying to take a picture now.
That was 30 NI star star AZ, and that was a very dope song. In a way, it was very inspirational. It was of course it was a hood song right there, but basically the underlying meaning behind there is just basically, yo, do whatever you gotta do by any means to attain what it is that you want. And that can be taken in any way. That can be taken in the street sense, or that can be taken in a personal follow your dreams type of way, and that's exactly how I view it right there. And that was another solid song by Dave East. Can't complain. Got the bars, got the very simple hook that goes with the beat, and so far I haven't heard a trash song right there. Dave East is nice. I knew that before getting into this album, and now we're gonna get into the next song. The next song is called Keisha.
Okay, that's how we raised. If it ain't wifey, then all the homies can play back to Keisha. She black but had them Spanish features. Teen C, I know you with your homies now, but later come and see me. Out of town, had to stop for condoms, cause raw ain't the way I get down. He dropped me off. I told him park it and don't leave yet. Jeans, every dollar gone.
You got.
My chains and my rollie missing.
Dave East got.
Looking for my phone, that shit was going too. I'm ready to kill Keisha. What the fuck I'm going to do?
Got him. Damn.
I cannot believe it.
That's a true story. That's unfortunate right there. Alright, that was Keisha right there. Now that was one of the illest storytelling songs I've heard in a while. Like, I'd say some of the best storytellers out there were like Nas, Raekwon, and Ghost when they were together, and Biggie, of course, with I Got a Story to Tell. That was one of the illest ever, if not the illest storytelling rap songs ever. And this one, I'd say, is definitely up there. Everything was so clear. You could visualize the story in your head. You could make the movie in your head of exactly what's going on. There was no like going over your head with any bars or anything like that. It was straight up like visual pictures that he was spitting, and that was a dope song right there. Like I said, if that was a true story about Dave East, then that's just unfortunate. I hope he caught shorty. I hope he didn't do anything wrong to her. I hope he just got his stuff back and let it live. So yeah, that's that. That was Keisha. Next song is called Eyes on Me featuring Fabulous.
Don't care what you say, nigga, you just wanna wait off a day party, I ain't even lunch. But sometimes you gotta miss a meal to make a meal.
No, I really was outside, I've been in every precinct. She bend it over, I get close, a lot of heavy breathing.
Alright, that was Eyes on Me featuring Fabulous. That song started off with like a skit. It was a very New York styled skit, so that was pretty interesting for me. The song itself, it kind of sounded like an experimental type of song. The hooks were in auto-tune, where Fabulous started the hook. Dave East took it from there throughout the rest of the song, and it just sounded a little bit weird to me. Aside from that, I actually like Fabulous's verses. It didn't sound like his like usual verses. He usually tries to like have a lot of punchlines, have a lot of bars, I guess you could say. But it wasn't like that. He had a nice little cadence on here, and I actually liked it. Dave East didn't come with the hard, boastful raps. He came with a more like artistic side, which I found pretty interesting too. So overall, I think the song was cool for the fact that he experimented with Fabulous on here, and it wasn't bad, but then again, it wasn't amazing. It was just something different that I haven't heard on the album so far. But yeah, that was Eyes on Me featuring Fabulous, and the next song is SDE featuring Cameron. Okay.
I'm feeling like I ain't took a nap in weeks. I'm up, couple thousand tuck, writing back the G. I'm stuck, diamonds in the cut, make an actress. Aim up with some older niggas that'll tie your mama up. What's the perpetual for the rollie, kept it diamond cut. But it like a ceiling fan. Kill the streets, they hit the beach, don't get a tan.
Not again, looky, dropping the drop again. I could go on Shella, Jordan, Timberland, Moccasin. Yes, it's in all honestness. They the real reason.
Honestness.
That coming from rap.
Alright, that was SDE by Davies featuring Cameron. And yo, the highlight of that song was when Cameron said honestness. That should be like a new hashtag right there. Honestness. Overall, I'm starting to get the same feel for most of Davies' song. It's usually the same, you know, hard, boastful rapping that goes on for the verses, and then in the middle there'll be a hook, a very simple hook. Nothing that'll blow you away, nothing too crazy, but it always works with the production, because the production on this so far has been hard. The production is really dope. It has that classic New York sound along with the newer sounds, and that was another solid song right there. That was SDE by Davies and Cameron. Next song is called Don Pablo.
Louis Vuitton Pancho, photos with my eyes low, strapped wherever I go. Took a trip to Cabo, nigga got some work, now I think you El Chapo. Masked up, hoodie low, creeping through your block slow. Nigga mother Spanish, nigga fell in love with tacos. I was in Miami, up and lived, me and Capo. If from a DM, I ain't even have to follow. Rose to the face, I ain't never passed the bottle. I'm always sick, I don't never need a doc, no.
Alright, that was Don Pablo, and that was a very short track right there. It was basically all bars with a little bit of a hook right there. The hook was actually kind of dope, even though he had a lot of I know. It kind of felt like a filler in a way. But aside from that, the bars were hard. There were actually some points where I was just like, ooh, like he had some pretty dope punchlines on there, pretty dope lines, and it was overall a solid song right there. Even though it wasn't really a complete song, it was more like a freestyle with a little hook. But either way, that was a dope song right there. That was Don Pablo. Next song is called The Only Thing. What the hell is this? This is dope. That voice. I have no idea what she's saying, but that's fire.
When your heat not working, that's a different December. I got love for the game, I keep my mind humble. Realize that I'm surviving in a wild jungle. I'm looking for medicine, only rookie getting respect from the veterans. We was raw measuring the scale, bro.
Y'all really like this right here. It's like hood.
You just gotta ask why.
Whoever this is fire. Like what? Yeah, that was ill right there. I really enjoyed hearing that person. I have no idea who it was because it doesn't put her under the feature. It might have been a sample, but that voice was just amazing. It was unique, and overall, that was a feel-good song by Davies. Seemed like it was very reminiscent, very similar to his other songs as well, because he seems to be talking about the past a lot. That seems to be the reoccurring theme for this album. It was another solid song. I really can't say nothing bad about all I've heard so far. Everything has been solid. He got bars. That's something that is hands down undisputed. We know that. But that was a good song right there overall. Beat was dope, singing was dope, and his bars were dope. So the next song is called The Real Is Back featuring Beanie Siegel.
Clutching a pistol around these claims, this shit a circus. If you knew my life, you would understand I deserve it. I'm frustrated, trying to get this dough up. Package on me, ratchet on me. Tell me what your life like, cause mine's is real.
Pressure's on once again, but I embrace it. I should know, if your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle. What's your life like? Nigga, mine's is real. These niggas dressing like freaks, and they calling me freak.
These niggas be signing sheets, plus they calling police.
Know every nigga in the ghetto ain't involved in the streets.
Alright, that was The Real Is Back by Davies and Beanie Siegel. They really meshed together well in that song right there. I wasn't really expecting an older, more experienced rapper to be able to connect so perfectly with Davies, because Davies is much younger, but it's probably because they lived maybe a similar life or something like that. So it really meshed together well, and it was actually kind of mellow and a chill song too, but what they were speaking about was like some real hood shit. Beanie Siegel also came in storytelling, and he also pretty much spoke on whack rappers claiming that they fresh or claiming that they cool, but they just weak, this and that. But yeah, that was a dope song. They were getting at people. It was dope either way. The next song right now is called Slow Down featuring Jazzy Amra.
She's just a baby, but she about to have a baby. Slow down.
I like this.
I don't even see no youngin' shovel when it's business now. 96, once they show your interest, get your chicken. Young, black, and rich, they worst nightmare. The government don't fight fair. If your homies love you, keep them right there. Right there.
Yeah, facts.
Always on the night scene. He don't know what life means. Slow down.
Yeah, I feel this one in the heart. I feel it. I can feel the vibes.
She's just a baby, but she about to have a baby. Slow down. He can't afford it, so he wanna
This
rob.
is
He ran
beautiful.
the track 'cause he don't want a job. Slow down. Get up, go out and let your grind kick it. Slow down. He don't know what life means.
Slow down.
Her mama says she drive her crazy. She's just a baby, but she about to have a baby. Slow down.
Yo, that was Slow Down featuring Jazzy Amra. I really liked her voice and I really loved the hook. The hook is just so, I feel like it's so heartfelt, and I feel like the whole song itself was a very heartfelt song. I feel like this is something that Davies dug in a lot for. Maybe he didn't even notice, but this seems to be the most meaningful track on this album so far. I could feel it. I felt it in my heart. I'm like, all right, he really put some emotion behind this one. And the bars were solid. The message behind it was the best part, really. So far, that's hands down my favorite song on this project. That was Slow Down featuring Jazzy Amra. Next song is called Don't Shoot.
I had my basketball and my laminated. Ain't get along with my neighbors, I was a rough kid. I asked my mama, what do police do? She told me stay about their way, go to school and get good grades. One day I'm walking in my building and they stopped me. Told me I look just like this kid that did a robbery. And I ain't this, years go by, I got a little older. My best friends in group homes, I got a little colder. We ain't safe where we live, this America, ain't it? High school, they black intelligent men, they worst nightmare. They rather have you in prison forever, they don't fight fair. Starting to think about college, I got some scholarships. And if you got millions, they still'll get you. I played ball, I was the man on campus. Lil weed up in my dorm, I got ran off campus. For your whole life, all day and the whole night. They say prison is the new slave ship. They don't understand we hustling so we can pay rent. Soon as they come around you, it feel like your luck gone. They gotta show you they power, that's why they put the cuffs on. Ain't no more weed in the car, sir, the blunt gone. I got my hands up. Officer, what's the problem? Please don't shoot me, sir, I just had a daughter. Look, here go.
Yo, got the goosebumps right now. For real. The goosebumps are still like, yo, that was Don't Shoot. Now that was a very, very meaningful song. The reasons why I don't even gotta get into, you know about what's going on today in this day and age in the United States of America. It's something that's so real that Davies made a song about it. And it didn't start off that way, but it was pretty much a progression. The song started off with pretty much a very high-pitched voice. Davies, it sounded like they heightened his pitch so he could sound younger. Then the second one was a more middle type of pitch, and then it went to the way that he actually sounds. So that was supposed to mean like a coming of age. These experiences that he had with the police from the young age to the middle age to how old he is now, and it ended with him getting shot in the car, which is something that's very real. Shot in the car by cops, which is something that's very real nowadays. I don't even gotta get into the whole thing about what cops are doing nowadays. That's something that's self-evident. We don't gotta get all political, but just know that people are out here taking action, and Davies took action in a way where he took his platform, music, and he had something to say about it. Even if he wasn't saying things to do, he was speaking on his experience, which is just as valuable. That's the second to last song, and the last song is called Bad Boy on Death Row featuring The Game.
I came with a Glock, bullets run out, niggas getting socked off top. We was selling dope like we was from the rock. The brain Bosley, nigga fucking no Bill Cosby. Samsung, champagne spilling on it beside me. Been the ghost like it's Halloween. Run up on the car, spitting ether like I'm out of Queens. Walk up on the grand, but can't outrun the beam, nigga.
Open Michigan, Detroit, Peter Parker. Trash bags to the ceiling, and ain't no need for talking. Keep your opinion.
Alright, that was Bad Boy on Death Row featuring The Game. And yo, all I gotta say is The Game bodied it. Dave East did his thing, and it was a solid song. And after hearing that song, I kind of came to my conclusion about Dave East. I definitely think Dave East is a great rapper. I do feel like he has a lot of growing to do. He's just starting off now, got a lot of potential. He could be so great. With that being said, I feel like this album has more of a mixtape feel to me. It's getting up to album status, but I don't think he's completely developed as an artist, which is completely okay. You know, you got to where you got off pure skills, which is amazing, and just to know that you have a lot more growing to do is promising, because that means you're gonna be fucking one of the illest out, if not the illest, in the next coming year. So that's very dope. And also, with that being said, I like the album. There were a couple of songs that I really enjoyed. I mentioned earlier, I think Slow Down was so fire, and Don't Shoot was just crazy. You had other songs like Keisha, which were dope in their own right when it came to storytelling. You had a few songs that were just like hard. It was a great mixture of different styles. We all know you got bars, and I can't wait to see what you start coming out with later on when you develop your sound some more. And yo, Davies shit was ill. If I were to rate this album, I would give this album a 7 out of 10. It was a good piece of work, solid. So many good things about the album, and I know that from here on out, things are just gonna keep getting better coming from Davies. So thank you, Davies, for a dope album. I'm looking forward to more work. Alright, so that's that. I give this a 7 out of 10. I want to thank all you guys who took your time out to watch my Kairi Chanel album review for Davies. It's a great piece of work. I hope you listen to it. I hope you make your own assumptions, your own opinions, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this too. If you liked it, press like. If you want to subscribe to me, subscribe. Leave some comments if you feel there's anything I missed, if there's anything that you think I did well. And you already know, let's start a conversation. Tell me what albums you might want me to review next. And yeah, that's that, guys. Thank you for watching once again. Have a good one. It's lit. Peace.
Why do my soul